Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, West Coast Avengers, issue number 3. All right, let's get into this, baby. Okay, so the people involved in this were writer Kelly Thompson, artist Stefano Caselli, color artist Triona Farrell, letters VC's Joe Caramanga, cover Stefano Caselli and Nolan Woodard, variant cover Sujin Zhou, and graphic designer Carlos Lau. Stan Lee and Jack Kirby created the Avengers. Okay, so we get giant-sized Tigra and a whole bunch of other giant-sized females beating the living snot out of it. This is like the attack of the 50-foot former Avengers or ex-girlfriends. Not really. Basically, we discover that all of these are just women in some sort or another who have rejected Brodok in his prior form. Now, it's not ever said at any point. I know that all the West Coast Avengers are assuming that he used to be MODOK. We don't know that for sure. At some point, MODOK might even show up, you know? We don't know. But what we do know is that he had a former form, and they're just assuming that he was MODOK. Brodok hasn't confirmed that. He just said, yeah, in my previous form. He didn't say what his previous form was. So we could still get a good switcheroo here, and it's like, oh, turns out this was actually Arnim Zola. Ha-ha! Take that! Either way, basically all these giant-sized women, these are just girls who rejected him at some point, which means Brodok, if anybody wanted to sit there and hate on Brodok, all these people hating on Brodok, I thought Brodok was a fun character, a fun villain, as opposed to your typical Ultron-level threat. We're not going to have an Age of Brodok. Oh, God, Kelly Thompson might write an Age of Brodok. That would be freaking hysterical. But in the meantime, Brodok, at this point, he's just an incel. And how embarrassing is that? You're too embarrassed to ask girls out and try and make an effort, so instead you're going to get upset and hurt people? Yeah. You're a far worse threat than freaking Ultron. At least he's actually insane, not just stupid. Anyway, this was fun. I think my favorite part in this had to have been Quentin Quire actually developing a general respect for another human being in so much as Gwenpool. That was really fun. That was genuinely fun to see him infatuated by this normie, this totally normal girl, all right? She seems to have lost her reality manipulation thing. Excuse me, I'm not sure if that's true or not. We'll see. We'll see. This could just be Kelly Thompson writing it in. Yeah, we're not going to do all that stuff anymore. She's going to be a regular person, and you're going to enjoy what I do with the regular person. And I'm sure I will. This is a very fun comic book. Kelly has a way of writing in a way that it comes off as interesting. It comes off as every single time that she writes you can't say, oh, this is Kelly Thompson's writing style. No, she's kind of chameleonic, if I can actually say that. She's like a chameleon. She can write a bunch of different books in very different ways, you know? I'm not saying somebody can't lock on her style and say, oh, Kelly Thompson writes like this. No. What I am suggesting is she has the ability to write differently. So she'll write this book as very funny. She'll write another book as very serious. As opposed to, and the only other person I think I've ever said that and said, wow, like this person's really good at doing this would be Rosenberg, you know, Michael Rosenberg. He's, Michael, did I say Michael Rosenberg? Crap. You ever say something and you know you said it wrong, but then now that you said it, you can't fix it in your head? What the frig, man? I know his name. Cool guy when I met him. Anyway, yeah, Rosenberg. So I'll remember it later, and you guys in the comments will, the first person who says his name correctly gets a no prize. The point is, yeah, man, this was really fun. The trick is, I'm kind of, oh, and I like what she did with the piercings for, what the heck is her name? Kate Bishop's boyfriend. That was actually really cool. Fuse is his name. That was actually really cool. I like that. I played an RPG, and one of the guys, the head of Nerdicky, Dave, he actually did something similar to that. But he did it with secondary adamantium. Anyway, the ending looks cool. I like that a lot. I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'm not going to spoil the ending. I'm just going to say it's actually kind of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I am wondering if this whole book is just going to be the jokey kind of book, because it could still work. It's just, I think, my opinion, there should probably be a few more serious moments in here. Either way, because like the art, the art isn't such. Oh, for crying out loud, get up there, you book. The art isn't such that it seems like it should necessarily, or it has to necessarily be jokey. There are a lot of books out there, like the art for Squirrel Girl, the art for Moon Girl. In fact, all these different books. You look at the art, and you know right away this is going to be a silly book. This book, while it is silly in many ways, it's a silly book. It's meant to be a silly book. The art, expresses that it could be a whole lot better than that, but I don't know, is what it is. I do hope that there's going to be a couple of serious moments here and there just to keep the book grounded enough, because if it goes completely off the rails, they're no longer the West Coast Avengers, they're the Great Lakes Avengers, and as much as I hate it, those books always fail. Those books always wind up closing shop. And it bothers me to no end because I really do love the Great Lakes Avengers. Go and check out my review of the most recent run that just went. All my reviews, each one of those episodes. Loved it. Love Good Boy, you know? But yeah, I'm just hoping that doesn't necessarily happen here. What I am going to say also is that, what do you call it? I just saw that Kelly Thompson is going to be writing for the new Captain Marvel book, which is, oh my, really? That's good news and bad news for me. It's kind of bittersweet. Or sweetly bitter? I don't know. Anyway, because Margaret Stohl, that means she's not going to be on the book anymore. You guys know, 3 times I tried their previous Captain Marvel run, 3 times I fell off of it, and I just felt that Margaret Stohl hadn't learned how to use a comic book voice yet. She was still stuck on her novel writing, which works for novels, does not work for comic books. But with this recent run, oh my God, the life of Captain Marvel is absurdly amazing. It is so good. So I'm actually really sad to see her go at this point. Because wow, she's finally nailed it. She's got the heart and soul, not just of the character, but more specifically of writing comic books. So I'm hoping she's not going to leave comic books. I'm hoping she's going to go on and write Black Widow. If you guys ever read the novel Forever Red with Black Widow by Margaret Stohl, it's amazing. It's amazing, and I would love to see that. But and there was also a part 2 to that. There was a sequel to that book which I hadn't read yet, and it's probably just all on me that I'm missing out. But anyway. So I'm really sad to see her go. I hope that she starts writing a Black Widow. I heard there's a Black Widow book coming out. Boom. Could we do that, please? But I am really happy that Kelly Thompson is going to be writing that book. And I'm very interested to see, based on what I just said about her writing, how she can write every character differently. She can write every book with a very different thematic element. I'm very curious to see how she's going to do that book because, wow, awesome. Especially with the movie coming out. Think about the amount of trust that Marvel put on Kelly. So boom, that's awesome. I also know the artist's name. I actually still got it up. They offered me oh no, shoot, did I close it? No, it's here. Carmen Carnero. Okay, so again, you know me with gender pronouns. I hate them. But he or she, they, Carmen, I don't know if it's a guy or girl. If you guys know, here's another no prize for you. Give me some ideas of what this person has drawn in the past, so I know what to base what my reference point should be, and so everybody else has it also. It's easy if I just say it. Something else if it's mentioned in the comments. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. No, you know what? Let me finish up with a really quick personal story, because I love these personal stories. At one point, somebody's called a dork in this, and I thought that was funny. You know, I was actually, you guys know I was dressed up as Thor. Got my hammer over here, Mjolnir, which I just added the strap to last night. Last night before I came home and added this strap to it, some dude, I was walking, you know, I was with my kids. You can go on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and see the picture of me dressed as freaking mighty Thor with my oldest son, the Flash, and my youngest son as Rubble from the Paw Patrol. It was a really huge comic book crossover there. Anyhow, and there were these 6 guys, they were like in their mid-20s or whatever, blocking up, you know, this area of the mall. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm walking with my oldest son. My wife is behind me with the youngest, who was just in the middle of a temper tantrum. And she had to like pick him up for a little while and kind of, you know, calm down, whatever. So she was behind me a little bit, like about a good, I don't know, 40, 50 paces, my paces. So yeah, she was pretty far back. So anyway, I was, and like these guys just there, and the one guy's just way too out. We can't cross. Like, excuse me, bud. And he turns around. He's like, "Oh, sorry, yeah." I was like, "All right." And we just walked by, me and my oldest son, holding his hand, and we're walking by. We get all the way by. I've got really good ears. Really good ears. Can't see to save my life, but I can hear to save my life. That's for sure. And somehow this knucklehead, he goes and says something, but I didn't hear him say it. My wife heard him. Mind you, she's way behind me. So he goes and calls me a dork under his breath so that I can't hear. Like I said, good hearing. I couldn't hear him. I was far away. And she even said, she's like, it's funny, the littlest guy out of the group, he's the one who's got to say something, but he makes sure that you're about a mile ahead before he says it. You guys know I'm a pretty big guy, all right? So anyway, he goes and says that. She walks right up to his face. I'm so proud of my wife. I love my wife. She walks right up to this guy, gets up, close enough to his face, and says, actually, he's not a dork. He's a father with his kid. And the guy's just like, and he like mumbles something. She doesn't understand what he's saying, and she just like, pfft, and then walks away. And the other guys, they don't start laughing or anything. In my opinion, all of us guys, we've been in social circles before. One of your guys says something stupid, gets called out for it. Nobody jumps to his defense because, dude, you did something stupid. You know what I'm saying? You did something stupid. You don't have the support of the circle for that, man. You're on probation right now. You get your butt kicked. We'll stop it if it goes too far, but you said something stupid. I'm not going to kick somebody's butt for that. I'd probably just go over there and berate him. But the point is, yeah, what a knucklehead. Called me a dork for hanging out with my dad, or with my kid. That my kid gets to grow up and be like, yay! And this poor guy, he was neglected by his daddy, and that's why he's sad, and he's going to call me a dork. Oh, poor baby. Anyway, I thought that was cool, and just literally, like, even this morning when we woke up, I was like, babe, you had my back. That was awesome. You hear my kids out there playing right now, probably the Paw Patrols. But the point is, like, I was genuinely proud. I was genuinely proud. Proud husband, proud father. Proud Thor. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.